It is time to order seeds. How do you know what seeds to order? How many seeds should you order? How should you organize your seeds? And how can you save your seeds for long-term usage? That's what we're going to cover today. So usually fall is around the time that seed catalogs will start being shipped to your door, and they're super fun to read through. And that's usually how I go about shopping for my seeds. My daughter and I love to go through the pages and the descriptions of the different varieties. Oftentimes we'll find things that we didn't think of growing before. And it's a lot of fun to go through and highlight everything that you want and then bring that list to you online and decide what to go ahead and order. So this is how I organize my seeds, and it is a photo case that you can find at most craft stores. But I find this really helpful because I can organize my seeds by family or by time of year that I would sow them. So I usually start out with the seeds that I'm going to sow at the very beginning of the year, and then I work my way up, and of course I have all of them labeled with my dates for when I would typically sow all of these seeds. And then I've got them organized in terms of plants like celery, lettuces, nightshades, which could be tomatoes, eggplant, pepper. And then if there's ever some miscellaneous vegetable or fruit or herb that I would sow around the same time, I'll just put it in the same box. So that way I know that when I open up this box and I'm about to sow celery, for example, that anything in this box I should probably be sowing at the same time. So this is one of my favorite ways to organize seeds. And I've got a second one in color. This is how I organize all of my flower seeds, and I distinguish which box is flowers versus vegetables and herbs. And I have a few different websites that I like to buy my seeds from. Baker's Creek is the first one, and then if they're sold out, we'll go to some other one. But what I like to do first is open up my box and see what seeds I currently have. I'm gonna look over flowers and figure out what flowers would I like to grow. I'm a huge fan of petunias, so I'm thinking that I definitely need some more petunias in my life. Gosh, these are so pretty. I've grown these before. These are amazing. Look at this. Just so beautiful. Hyssop and straw flower. Oh, and nasturtium. One thing you should know about nasturtium is once you grow it, you will always have it. It reseeds, so I really don't need any nasturtium. And I don't need hyssop either. But straw flower is really fun for dried arrangements. So let's see about getting some more straw flower. They're just one of those flowers that stay and are so beautiful. We'll get that. Scabiosas grow really well here, and they did really well with direct seeding, but I still have some left. Same thing with celosia, marshmallow, skullcap. I would like another kind of celosia though. These are beautiful. I'm gonna get some of those. The Jessica mix, it's like a coxcomb variety, and they look like little brains. They're just beautiful. Sunflowers. I did not do a lot of sunflowers. Amaranth, that's a great grain. I got lots of sunflowers. I don't think I need any sunflowers. Let's see what's in here. Calendula, moringa. I've got moringa, but I could always use calendula. Let's see what looks good. I love the different types of calendula, so I think I'm going to get a mix. Chamomile and zinnias are my absolute favorites. I don't have any chamomile, so I definitely need to stock up on that. Oftentimes, chamomile will reseed, so once you have it, you'll have it forever, but I haven't seen it around. So, and then with the zinnias, that's another flower that will reseed, but I just don't know if you can have too many zinnias. I really don't think you can. All right, let's bulk up on the zinnias. They are so beautiful. I just don't think it hurts to get every kind of possible zinnia you can imagine. I love these that are just like multi-petal, All right, that's everything for all of my seeds. Now, once I go through my containers and I know what I love, it doesn't stop there. I will go through the website and I'll look at everything. I like the Baker's Creek website because you can look through all the pretty pictures and think, oh, I haven't thought of that. I want to order that. Let's look at their new introductions. These are really exciting. Look at these asters. Definitely want those. It's really easy to go crazy and order a bunch of seeds like this. But it's so much fun. It is so much fun. And seeds are some of the cheapest ingredients that you're going to, or materials that you're going to buy when it comes to gardening. So my philosophy is go crazy. And you can always skim down what you need to at the very end. So coleus would actually be really fun. Coleus is our beautiful annuals. They grow great. I love Gumfrina. Gumfrina is so beautiful. And it also makes a great dried flower to keep. So I'll highly recommend that. I've got some of the bunny tails left. Marigolds. I totally forgot about marigolds. Marigolds are so helpful to have in the garden, especially if you've had a problem with root knot nematodes. The only trick is you need to go through and see what the genus is. You're looking for the Tagetes genus, and that Tagetes genus of marigold specifically has a nematicide in the roots. So it attracts root knot nematodes and kills root knot nematodes. If you have a problem with nematodes, you should just cover your garden in marigolds. You can also give them to your chickens to get darker, richer yolks because of the tannins. So I'm glad that I went to this spot to find the marigolds. I think I'll just get some small radishes too because they're beautiful and they grow quickly. Sometimes you can harvest radishes within 30 days. Oh my gosh, how could I forget? I need onion seeds. So before I finish this list, I need to order onion seeds because I need to start those soon. Oh, and snapdragons. I totally forgot about snapdragons. This is why just going to the website and scrolling can be helpful sometimes. All right, so this particular onion is supposed to do really well in my climate. I haven't grown it before, but I think I'm gonna give it a go. Last year I grew flat of Italy and I just didn't like them. It's like hard to use them, I find. And I want like a big, bulky red onion. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. And then I need another sweet onion. And so I'm gonna try this yellow sweet Spanish. The other thing that I didn't think about were snapdragons. So let's look at snapdragons. These are beautiful. These are beautiful. That's probably all I need. I'm gonna go back to the shop all section. And now I'm gonna look at not the new introductions, but just everything else that I can find here. A lot of these plants like bee balm, once you grow it, you'll have it forever. So you really don't need to worry about that. I don't think I have any cilantro. It's always just good to have some cilantro on hand. I could go crazy on bulbs, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. I should probably just go ahead and get a bunch of bulbs. And I do love Gaillardia, so I'm gonna go ahead and order some of that. That's beautiful. Ice plant actually makes a really beautiful ground cover, so I'm gonna grab some of that because that's gonna be beautiful at the very base. Anytime you can find some low growing flowers like that, it's really gonna make your garden pop. I do love pansies, and I haven't grown them. I think it's time that I go ahead and grow some pansies. They're just so beautiful. Look at these black ones. Look at these. The bunny ears I've grown before, or I've bought those before, and they're just absolutely beautiful. We'll get a mix, of course. Phlox is really fun. It's kind of another low growing plant that's really pretty to add to the garden. Toothache is really fun. If you haven't grown toothache, I highly recommend you give it a try. It's used medicinally for exactly what it sounds like, for a toothache. And if you were to eat one raw, it will basically take you on a psychedelic trip of the mouth. You can also dehydrate it and use it like with a tea to numb any mouth or any pain if you've had any dental procedures or anything like that. That's everything on this list, except I didn't get any alyssum. Alyssum is one of my favorite flowers to grow, and I do like to get that in bulk, specifically from a company called Eden Brothers. So I'm gonna go there and probably get all of my alyssum. Alyssum is great because it grows low, and so it's excellent for a companion at the base of plants that get tall, like peppers or eggplant or tomatoes. All right, so that's all of that. So now I'm gonna go to my list. I've got a lot of seeds in here. So now I'm gonna make sure that I have everything that I need and that I don't have too much of anything. But I am thinking so far this looks pretty good. I think perhaps maybe I'll only pick one cucumber just to be a little more conservative with how much I'm buying here. Collards. So I am going to go through and I'm going to bulk buy all of the seeds that would be great to save for a catastrophic event, like collards and mustards and daikon and turnips. I've got everything that I want on here. So I hope that this process has been a good guide to show you how I methodically go through what seeds I need, what seeds I want, how I organize them, how I shop for them. And what's going to be really fun is when I place this order and get these seeds in the mail. Please leave whatever questions you have about seeds below in the comments, and I wish you a happy seeds shopping.